Hello everyone, I'm going to show you guys what to do today when you run out of weapons on DMZ or have to start over. You lose all your stuff going in and out. Right now I'm not in that position. First things first, typically you'd want to use your insured weapon. Thankfully, my insured weapon is still here, but let's just say you use that too and you're out completely. I'm going to show you guys how to do this solo, no squad fill. It's super easy. It'll be quick. I'll show you guys how to do this real fast. So typically what I usually do is I go with a stim shot. Shout out to Corey for showing me how to do that. And then I usually go with a proximity mine, just because with the claymore people can usually see the laser or whatever from the claymore, and it gives it away a little bit. But with the proximity mine it doesn't. Typically I don't use them that often unless it's player versus player, or if we're doing something where there's a lot of waves of enemies so I can throw them down. Also go with the munitions box just because you run out of ammo quick typically. So there's that too. But you guys can do whatever you want here. Totally up to you. So now that we're in, typically what you want to do after this countdown's done, I usually check the map. That's the first thing I always do, is always just check the map really quick, see where the extract is, see where we spawn in. This is not a great spawn point. The city's always really busy, so we'll probably want to go on the outside. Now, if you have a squad of, one or two people or whatever, what we usually do is we want to look for these raid weapon stashes. These are awesome for getting really good gear right away, especially when you don't have shield. Thankfully right now I have 3, but if you had 1 and you needed a shield, a nice gun, whatnot, this is where you want to go. Now I wouldn't recommend doing this solo. The amount of enemies is kind of insane, so definitely don't do that solo. Next thing you want to do is kind of look at the extract points, or exfil points, and make sure that you kind of have an idea of what's good and what's bad. I'm still pretty new to this, but I've gotten the hang of it enough to the point where I feel like I can make these videos. So this one, it also isn't too bad as far as I know, but I know that this one here is not great. I also know that, the observatory, I should take that back then actually, because this extract here is not great actually. The observatory is really hot usually. So, well, we're gonna go for it. Looks like someone's already extracting. But to get started, what you want to do is what I typically do. You want to get in and get out, right? You want to get in, get a weapon, or get 2 weapons or whatnot, and just get out. That's what you want to do. So we'll start off by just running. We're probably gonna die right away, but that's a-okay. And we're also gonna extract with 3 weapons, I think, or try to. So we'll just look around here. I'm not seeing anything yet, so. And typically when you're trying to find new weapons or whatever, I would avoid PvP, because I do need this for a mission actually, but avoid PvP just because you will get killed, obviously. So these guys, alright, those guys are, yeah. Alright, we're getting shot at, we're just gonna run in then. There's not really like a great spot to find like good weapons. Most of the spots, especially when you're starting from nothing, there's not a great spot to find amazing weapons, unless again you're with a group of players. You can usually get up to that weapon stash and get lucky. And like I said, like playing with other people does make a huge difference, just so you know. I don't like to spawn in with a random group usually when I do this, just because it usually doesn't go great, but typically, I know before, you'd be able to find weapons pretty quick by just doing this. Here we go. Alright, so we got a 2-plate. See, we're already getting lucky. We got a 2-plate. We're gonna grab this munitions just because we might need it at some point. But that wasn't a bad find. Alright, we're gonna run across here and check out what's over here. I see there's a bomb contract. That's a good way to make some money for sure. Oh, here we go. Okay, nothing here but some gold bars. Gold bars are good. You can go to a buy station and buy a weapon. Buy stations are usually pretty hot though. Again, everything's kind of hot in this game. So, I think we might end up needing to go to a buy station instead though, because this is, yeah. If you get lucky though and you don't spawn in like a really crappy area, like a medium backpack. See, we're already getting set up. If I didn't have the stuff that I have already, we'd be looking good. Another gold bar. Self-revive. Alright, we're gonna try to, maybe we'll go down here, hit the spy station, and go up to extract, and that'll be the way that we get our guns here. This is just an example. There's a lot of different ways to do it. You can just go simply by building the building, looking for a gun. There's some spawn points that have buildings right in front of them that makes it really easy. You can just run in, find a gun, and you're good. Other times you have to run up on some enemies. Usually if it's a smaller group, you can get lucky and knock one out, grab their gun, and kill the rest of the AI. but it's looking like we weren't that lucky, unfortunately. So we'll head up to the buy station and sell these gold bars, and then buy contraband, which is something I wasn't even aware of when I first started. I was definitely not aware of that you could actually buy the contraband. The weapons on the contraband are much better than stuff that you'd find normally. I just saw a helicopter. Okay, they're dropping in on me. Nope. No, they're not. Alright, so as you can hear, we got some stuff going on. That's definitely a player, judging by the fact that it's an airstrike. Alright, so there's some enemies, and now they're shooting at me. We're gonna run this way. I'm not gonna fight them. Oops. They keep throwing the stupid procs, man. If we can find a weapon, though, we can probably take care of them, but I don't think we're gonna get that lucky. Alright, so the buy station's on this gas station. There's enemies here, so we're gonna run around the back side, and then we're gonna be getting shot. We're gonna be getting shot, so we're gonna be quick. But if you can clear up the whatever buy station you're at, typically that's obviously a good idea. But here we go. We're gonna do this really fast. We might have to move and then come back around. There we go. So we got this guy alone. Let's see. Okay, we got him alone, and I didn't pick up his gun for some reason. That's cool. There it is, right there. Okay, if we can get that, we'll be okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, we got a buy station. Or not a buy station, we got a weapon. Gotta figure out where they're shooting from. There's one. We're buying some contraband. No, we're not. I was not paying attention to my surroundings. Let's do this. Alright. Okay, I saw an enemy vehicle drive by. Alright, we're good right now. I'm gonna go ahead and buy a weapon. We're gonna buy two. We're gonna take two out. So, I wouldn't be too picky. Getting something like this would be awesome, but we don't have that much money. So we're gonna, and we want to leave with two weapons, right? So we're just gonna grab two weapons that are in our budget, which these two both are. So we're gonna go ahead and grab those, and then I'm gonna stash one of these. And there we go. So it's pretty simple. Now all you want to do is, your number one, after you, if you end up getting a weapon or whatever, like, this is what I've done in the past, is I get my weapons, right? And then I'll extract, go back in, and then get more, just so that I can get some guns, right? That you can be good for a couple, I guess, deployments. And you can just slowly get better. Yeah, so I typically do a couple runs of these where I just run in and just get guns, back and forth, and then I stockpile so that I don't have to do it anymore. Or else you can if you have your friends though or whatever, it just makes things a lot easier. If you're able to play with people, it does make things a lot easier because you can stockpile and then, you have backup. But it's pretty simple. Like, that's really all there is to it. It's just going in, getting guns, and then extracting. You don't want to hang around too long. So yeah, we are extracting with a Tech M, Gas Stop 74U, and then the Vaznek 9K. I don't know what these guns exactly. I think this one looks like a, I don't know, MP5, like an MP5. No, not this one. This one, MP5 or whatever. But I don't know, man. I don't know anything about guns. But all right, here we go. So I'm just gonna simply extract. It's super simple. Like, that's really all. Like, that's seriously all there is to it. There's not much more to it. There's probably better ways to do it, but this is the way that I've always done it, and it's worked out well. And just like that, you're extracting with. Usually, you guys will probably have two, unless you get a medium backpack. I got pretty lucky, so we got a medium backpack and a bunch of other stuff. But I also have all. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, that's it. It's very simple, very easy. Anyone can do it, I think. Just watch your surroundings. It's pretty easy. Alright, now going back to the main menu, what we're going to want to do is you want to make sure, once you're back at the main menu, make sure you go to your weapons. There's two points at which you can do this. If you're not the party leader, when they deploy, before they deploy yourself, if you're not ready yet. And then go into your weapons, edit your loadout, whatever. And just simply unequip all the way with R. Now that you have a couple weapons, one or two, you can either go back in with with nothing and then do that all over again, or if you want to make things a little bit easier on yourself, grab one of the weapons that you just got, and then go back in, deploy with that, and it makes it a lot easier. When you have at least one gun, it will make it a lot easier, but just keep in mind that you're just going in for guns. Don't go off track and try to like do missions or do anything extra. Just go in with one gun with the intent of getting another one, and kind of just do that a couple times. And again, there might be a better way to do it. There is, I guess, because there's the weapon stash and whatnot, but this is the way that I did it when I played solo for a long time until my buddy got into it. So it takes time. It's worth it though. It's very fun. So yeah, good luck, you guys. Let me know if you have any other tips or tricks, or if you want me to make a video on anything else specifically. We can do missions and other stuff too. I'm not worried about it. I think once the new season starts, maybe we'll try doing that. And yeah, thanks guys.